100 episodes of Saturday Stories. Like I have been saying over the last probably year or two, I should have hit this milestone well over 2 to 3 years ago. The problem is my very my very well instance of being very inactive with this very series. Do you know how many long periods of times there have been that I've just straight up never made an episode of this series? Yeah, it should come to full use now that that's seriously not a legit joke. But now, it's time to fix that. I actually got the next few stories planned, so we're all set. But the title of this episode was a very cool recommendation by CoolGet33. In the 100th Saturday Stories, I'm going to tell you the story of what if I never did Saturday Stories? As we approach the 5-year anniversary of Saturday Stories on July 28th, 2023, which, just to be absolutely 100% clear with you all, actually lands on a Friday. I'll still do something. It'll probably just be like one day later. Anyway. Yeah. A lot could have been completely different if I never thought of Saturday Stories. Now, because of my inactivity with the series, I guess this story kind of doesn't make sense now, considering how much I've been inactive with the series. So, genuinely, yeah. What's even the point of me even telling you this? But you know what? I'll do it for the sake of it. Because, technically, there was a period where I was doing it, like, almost every week for, like, a year. Which was pretty awesome. It was pretty nice. Like, doing it almost every week for, like, an entire year, which was the first year, ironically. Anyway, back to the idea. Saturday Stories, I'm not gonna lie to you, I already explained why I started Saturday Stories on the 1-year anniversary episode on July 28th, 2019, despite that being a Sunday at the time. Anyway, if you want more info of why I started this series, go check out the following, right here actually, episode, hold on just 1 second, that is episode 48. Episode 48. It doesn't say it in the title, but it's pretty clear which episode number it is, because if you watch it in the playlist, you'll get the idea. Anyway, for the real reason, dang, Saturday Stories, well, I have been extremely inactive with it. I still want to apologize. And while this episode should have been out years ago, Saturday Stories is, dang, how do I put it? It's been a cool series. But what would this channel have been like without it? Well, I'm not gonna lie, I never really thought of that. Genuinely? Let's just make something absolutely 100% clear. Saturday Stories has been one of the best ways to reveal things about me. If you've managed to notice within the first year of the series, you managed to notice that some things relate to this channel and some things just relate to me IRL, whether it be in my past or present day at the time of the series. And while most of this is technically related to this channel, there have been at least a few stories, I think towards the beginning actually, that ironically were not even related to this channel. So, if Saturday Stories were not to have existed, things such as this one, the story of what I told you that I broke my wrist back in 2014, you guys really seem to like that story for some reason, and I greatly appreciate it. Almost 5 years later, it feels great. Which, ironically, this episode came out literally on the 4-year anniversary of it actually happening. So that was pretty ironic. But you see, yeah, some of this series, if it never existed, again, videos like this, you would have never known about that. And of course, you would have never understood what I have done before YouTube, because technically I did reveal it, like, 1 year prior to me telling you the story. And even this video, this one was a massive look into my true past right here, at least for in terms of houses. So, yeah, if this series were to not exist, videos such as this, and this all would have never made sense. So, oh, and even this, the Living in Florida story. All of that would have never been revealed if it wasn't for Saturday Stories. So if it weren't to exist, you would have never known about any of that. And this series, the true question is, back in 2018 and 2019 respectively, right before a Saturday Stories would normally release, a Creative episode would release right beforehand. Which also begs the question, would have Creativerse been a Saturday Stories if Saturday Stories didn't exist? I'm going to say no on that one. Now, why do I say no? Purposely, the reason is because, honestly, the only reason I made it a Saturday Stories, which I will be doing again in the future, I'm still going to get back to that game, I really do promise. And I'm really still being serious. I just need to get back to my Steam account and we're all good. And just re-download the game on my computer. That's all I need to do, and I just keep forgetting. Oh yeah, looks like we're back to a little situation after 2019 again, where I just refused to do that for 2 years. I better not do that again. Anyway, point is, Creativerse episodes probably would have came out even more randomly throughout that next year if Saturday Stories didn't exist, because it used to be a little side series that I would do right before the main video of Saturday. Like, Creativerse also used to be like literally that one series that would come out right before the Saturday Stories every week. So if this series were not to exist, Creativerse would have, the episodes probably would not have been as frequent or as often as they were before I just stopped playing the game randomly. Now, with all that being said, so that kind of ties into that. So Creativerse probably would not have been as a frequent series if it wasn't for this series too, because I love doing Creativerse right before Saturday Stories. And honestly, I don't even know why I made it a Saturday series at first. I'm not gonna lie, honestly. But ironically, yeah, that's exactly what it would have been. And yeah, all the videos I just mentioned regarding that were outside of this YouTube channel, all videos in Saturday Stories that were not relating to this channel completely at all, you would have never known about if it wasn't for Saturday Stories. So that's another thing. And honestly, would have Creativerse been the Saturday series if Saturday Stories didn't exist? I'm going to again say no. Because I would have done it super randomly. Like I somehow am now. But I can confirm, by the way, that I am planning to go back to that format where I do Creativerse right before Saturday Stories. Because it was always very fun to do that. I'm not going to lie. It was actually very fun to do that back then. And I want to get back into that because it was really cool. And I truly love that format. It just felt good to me. So look out for that, hopefully within the next week or two. And I hope we also hit 100 as well, because we were also supposed to hit that well over, I want to say 3 to 40, even 5 years ago. Even speaking of which, where is the Creativerse playlist in here? I just want to take a good freaking look. Just real freaking quick. Where is the Creativerse playlist? Where is it? I'm trying to find it in here. Where? frick? Where the frick is it? I honestly don't know, but... Oh, there it is! Okay, so... If we're saying this correctly, within the next 3 to 4 weeks, we should be hitting the 100th episode if I do this weekly. Woo! Boy. Anyway, back to the actual idea. Actually, that is ironically all I actually wanted to tell you. So if Saturday Stories weren't to exist, all those videos not relating to my channel, you would have never known about. And it was nice to share you all those, by the way. It was very nice to share those. But yeah, you can tell the last one was March 28th, 2022, which was well over a year ago. As of recording this video, of course, because that'll become outdated later. Anyway. So yeah, if Saturday Stories didn't exist, all those videos not related to my channel would have never been known about. I would have never told you that. And Creativerse probably would have never been a Saturday series if it weren't for that. I don't know, it just felt good doing Creativerse prior to that. Also, I needed a single weekday to do Creativerse as well, so, and plus also all my other weekdays were taken for other series at the time, which most of them don't even exist anymore, because they were related to Club Penguin private servers that don't exist anymore. Dang, that really threw me back there. Oh yeah, that took me back a little. Anyway, with all that being said, guys, in all seriousness, dang, 100 Saturday Stories. The fact that we did not hit this in 2020, 3 years ago, is beyond me. That's really what should have happened here. But it's just my inactivity for this series that truly just made it go all the way until almost the 5-year anniversary. And that's just really my fault. So, with all that being said, alongside Creativerse, I really do plan to actually be active with these two series once more. And I hope to do them weekly because they're very nice series to do. So, there you go. Saturday Stories 100th episode. Finally, after like 5 years, we finally got to this milestone. I'm just kind of annoyed that it took me this long, though. Anyway, I'll catch you all in the next Saturday Stories on Saturday, May 27th, where we're going to continue the LEGO Master 627's Creations events, which will be diving into 2020. So look out for that in the next episode on May 27th. Ironically, though, if the 100th episode of Saturday Stories released the week prior to this Saturday Stories on May 20th would have actually done that. And then we would have done 2021's the next week after on the 27th. But unfortunately, things got a little delayed. I'll catch you all in the next one. Happy 100th Saturday Stories. Here's the 200, assuming I, do them weekly. Seriously, I really hope that's a thing going forward. Also, I want to apologize if I kept repeating myself a little in this video. I really hope to not do that again. Also, yes, I did have my face cam on purpose, if you're clearly asking. That's obviously because this was a milestone episode. Yay!